Welcome to YQG Buildz, where it's all bricks and great conversation. I'm sitting here with Josie Murphy, influencer, Mediaplex alum, and pole enthusiast as one of her many talents. So thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. This is great.
All right, so we're gonna dig right on into these. There's two, I think on the back.
Oh, they're actual tabs?
Baggie number one. So, you're a graduate of the PR program. What drew you specifically to that program, and how did it help you in your journey?
That's actually a really good question.
Welcome to the Mediaplex, where we're home to many good questions.
Truly. So I think what first
Oh God, I lost the
drew me-
wheel.
Oh no. Oh no.
Keep going.
What first drew me to the PR program was actually a bit of a whim. So I don't know if you've ever heard of this show. It was called Scandal. I might be dating myself.
Yes.
But I was watching that show over the summer before I applied to the Mediaplex. And I fell in love with Olivia Pope. I thought she was just the coolest thing ever. And I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life at that point. I had just received a job offer to teach English in China. But I didn't really want to pursue that because it seemed like it was going to be really tricky, logistically speaking, because I'd have to move my whole family, I'd have to put my son in school. It was very expensive, albeit a really cool experience. So I said, you know what, let's do something else. I discovered that show, and I said, you know what, let me look in to see if I can actually study PR. So I kind of didn't have the greatest grasp of what it was before I actually got into the program, because again, I just saw it on TV and was like, yeah, this is PR. So I thought it was crisis communications. But essentially, that's how I got into it, just from watching TV shows.
So did you want to, when you were choosing, did you want to work in some form of government?
So when I was choosing it, it's not even that I really wanted to work in government, because I mean, that's what she does. She's like the fixer for the president of that show. But what I really liked was the crisis communication. So just that fast pace, trying to fix it and like rewrite the narrative. I thought that was really, really cool. And having a background in philosophy, where we're writing all the time, I thought that could be a really fun way to use these skills I had already kind of worked on in school.
So on the last episode of the show, I talked with Haley Trillo, also another member of our Mediaplex alum family.
Yeah.
So, and I asked her, I'm like, what is like your greatest memory of the Mediaplex?
Oh.
Because obviously PR, journalism, the Mediaplex will be closing at the end of the semester. So
Yeah.
what has been your greatest memory?
I am
here?
so sad that they're going to be closing. I really hope that they reopen, because I do believe that this program is incredibly useful. And while we are small, we are very strong. And most of the people who come out of the program do end up working in some way, shape, or form in the field. So I think my greatest...
I'm also looking for employment if anybody's out there.
Aren't we all?
I'm always... But anyway, go on. Sorry.
Like, hey, give me a job. But no, I think my greatest memory from the Mediaplex would have been all of the different events that we got to host and put on as the PR club. So when I was back here.
Back in my day.
Back in my day.
Back into that territory again.
We had really strong clubs. We had distinct clubs. There was the PR club. We had the journalism club. There was a photography club. There was a few others. I think there was also a media convergence club. And specifically with the PR club, I liked to do events. So I was chairing events. We held several different trivia nights, which were really, really fun. And these were open to the community. So it was actually like a way for us to practice what we were learning in school and also to earn money, not for ourselves, but for the club. And essentially we were able to go on like different, I want to call them field trips, but that seems so juvenile.
Very grade schoolish. Back
Yeah.
when we did field trips. My nieces and nephews will never know the day about we did field trips.
No, field trips are like a thing of the past. But we would go on these trips. We went to London, Ontario to go visit various different public relations agencies, media agencies, journalism type agencies. And then we also did a overnight trip to Toronto. We were there for, I think it was 2 or 3 days, all paid for by like the different events we were throwing through the club. And it was so much fun because not only did we get to talk to people who were actually like in the field and doing what it was we want to do, but it was a really nice bonding experience for all of us as students, right? Because you see people in different lights when you're outside of school.
I feel like that would have been so useful like when I was here because second years, you don't know the second years. Like you barely see them in passing because the schedules are different and whatnot.
Exactly. And that's why even in being a teacher here, I always try to, emphasize the fact that, get a club together. Like, it's okay, you can do it. Like, it's gonna be a little bit tricky, but just keep at it. Because at the end of the day, I just wanted you guys to experience the same thing I did because I found it so fun and so useful.
So you're, in addition to all that, you're also the host of a show on your TV Windsor called Travel Through Time.
I am.
Tell us a little bit about it.
So Travel Through Time is what do I call it? It's like a local access TV show that focuses on various locations around Windsor, Essex. So if you're not from Windsor, Essex, maybe you are, you'll know that the region is very rich with history because we're a very, very old region. So essentially on the show, we went to, several different museums. We went to homesteads. We talked to like the Rum Runners tour among other locations and businesses, that sort of thing. But it was really just to highlight the history of the region and showcase that. And I think the most fun episode would have been at one of the homesteads because they had me actually, I don't even know what to call them, but they had me using like these woodworking machines. So I was learning how to like whittle a chair leg. I was learning how to like squish apples to actually make them into apple juice. It was a lot of fun.
That wouldn't have been me. I would have been like, oh, hi there. Just whittling whatever.
Whittle. It was pretty silly because like I wasn't 100% expecting it to be so hands-on. I thought it'd be more like a sit-down talk show sort of thing. But I really liked how it ended up developing because it was so much more fun that way.
Also, I've noticed through the social media posts you dressed the part.
Yeah. So like, I think this one was the homestead one where they had me actually dress up in like period style clothing, which was unexpected. I did have like just a regular outfit that day, and I think maybe I was just having a lot of fun with the girls, and she's like, you know what, like we actually have costumes here, like do you want to dress up? I'm like, oh my god, yes. Like of course. Yeah, I absolutely loved it.
Better you than me. I would not been able to pull that outfit off.
Oh, you never know. You would have bought it. It'd be cute.
So where are some places, because I don't know if you get to pick where you go or they pick for you, but where is a place here in Windsor that you really want to hear a lot about?
That's another really good question. So we did end up going there in the first season. There will be a second season, mind you.
Exclusive.
I know, you got to hear it first. Is the secret? I hope not. I mean, maybe. Oh no, shh, don't tell. But my favorite place and the place that I really wanted to go to, so I was so glad that it was on the roster of locations, was the Willisted Manor.
Oh yes.
Yeah, because it's so gorgeous. And essentially, it was like having a private tour of the manor, right? Like I could ask them about anything. We got to see all the different rooms, and I went there again after the fact, and not all the rooms are open. So I think I had a pretty unique experience in being able to see everything there and like explore everything and touch it and like all that kind of fun stuff. But yeah, the manor
I'm surprised they let you touch.
I know! I was like, I can sit on this? Oh my god. But I think it's because I was one person rather than like having a group of people. Yeah, because then it gets a bit more tricky trying to like basically police people and be like, hey, no, you can't have 3 people touching that at the same time, I get it. It's like it's historical. It obviously cost a lot of money to build, like a ridiculous amount of money. But it's a gorgeous property, and I was really, really ecstatic to get to see it up close and in detail. My favorite room, which I think is called the ladies' waiting room, or maybe just the ladies' dressing room. It's basically where the ladies would retire after dinner so the men could go off in their study and have like their cigarettes and their cigars and whatever, play their games.
Oh, yeah.
It was beautiful. Like the entire room was decked out in this turquoisey blue, all of these gold embellishments. Like it looked like something out of like 18th century France. It was so opulent. And I just remember thinking, I'm like, I wish I could have this in my house, but like, it would look so out of place.
Take it under the code and...
Yeah, be like, can I just
gonna know.
have a little bit of this? Just a little bit of gold? Like, it'd be ridiculous. But it was a lot of fun. I definitely look forward to doing it again and seeing what else Emily, because Emily produces it, what she comes up with, because she does pick all of the locations.
On my segment, did you know? I'm just gonna plug myself right now.
Why not?
My show, I can do what I want. So on my segment, did you know, I've had the luxury of, going to all these different places around Windsor, Essex.
Mm-hmm.
Did I already ask you if there's one place you'd, like, what would be your top 5?
My top 5?
Like, places to check out.
Okay, so number 1, Williston Manor, and we did that one, which was amazing. I think number 2, I'm kind of into conspiracy theories and like the occult, so I'd probably want to do something around Texas Road.
I was gonna say Texas Road. I remember I did that one too. There's, like, you could create think of many different stories.
Yeah, like there's so many ghost stories in this region, and I think it's pretty cool. I don't think anything would happen while I'm there because I'm not that lucky. Also, I'd be a baby and I'd run away.
Yeah.
Like, no, hard no, gotta go.
I was there. I remember covering it. I did during the daytime.
Okay, yeah.
Daytime.
I'd only go in the
daytime. It was even like creepier in the daytime.
Ooh,
that like
really?
little forest area where all
dang.
these cemetery. It was really creepy in the daytime.
Yeah.
So
that would definitely be number 2.
Okay.
I think number 3. I want to check out Buxton. So I'd never even heard of this. I guess it's a town, or maybe the village of Buxton until just a couple years ago. But apparently it was like a really early Black Canadian settlement. And while my family is like, I'm a first generation Canadian, so like I'm the first person, or like, what do you call that? Generation of people in my family to be actually born in Canada. But I think the history of like knowing what Black people in the region kind of did and went through and how they lived is very cool, and it's something I'd want to explore a bit further. So that's on the list. So that would be 3. Number 4. Is this really like iconic? I don't know. But I want to actually look at the Ambassador Bridge. And like I know we can see it, like it's public.
It's there.
It's open for everybody. But I'd want to understand like more about the history, because I mean, it is incredible that they were able to build something of that caliber so long ago. So maybe just understanding like what the people went through.
Nearly a century old, and it actually, at the time of its opening, it was the longest suspension bridge.
Oh wow!
In the world at the time.
Isn't that crazy? Here in Windsor.
Here in Windsor, then the George Washington, not the George W. Bush.
George W. Bush, Washington.
George Washington Bridge opened, and it eventually got the title. But if you're looking on the topic of bridges, and I'm not sure how far you want to venture, There's the Mackinac Bridge up in
Oh.
northern Michigan that connects both peninsulas.
See, that would be cool. I've never gone that far north.
It's very beautiful up there.
Mackinac Island. And they don't have like any cars or anything on that island.
I don't think so. I think it's just horse-drawn buggy.
Yeah, it's so old school.
Yeah.
It'd be such a fun vacation.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then I think that was 4. So my very last pick would probably be, oh, I just put that piece on the wrong spot. Oh no!
Do you need a knife?
Okay, my long nails have saved me. Yay.
Yay for long nails.
But I think my very last spot I'd want to go, I'll give it a bit of a backstory here. I'm a little bit of a creep when it comes to houses. I love looking inside people's houses just to see how they decorate it. Is that weird? I don't know. So I
like to look in people's houses driving by when when they have their lights on.
Yeah, I'm like, what are they doing in there? Like, how did they decorate it? Like,
what are they watching on TV?
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm so curious. And Windsor has so many historic houses. And so one of the ones I would want to go inside is the Francois Bobby House.
Oh yeah.
Out in Sandwich. I used to live near there. I always used to walk by it and I was like, oh, I wish I could buy this house one day. And it did go up for sale, but it was definitely out of my price point.
Yeah, a historic house of that nature.
Yeah, I was like, oh wow, that's a lot more than I thought it would be, but yeah, I get it. And it's there's been a lot of work done, I think, to maybe like repair it, renovate it on the inside to bring it back up to code or at least like living standards. But I would love to just like tour that house and understand the history of like who were the Francois and who were the Bobbies. Why is
it spelled like baby?
I know, the babies. I'm like, baby Bobby?
I had to be told multiple times it's not baby, it's Bobby when I went out and covered it.
Yeah, I'm like, well, maybe they should spell it differently. It is what it is. But yeah, I think those are my top 5 places I want to visit. Yeah.
I think I've covered pretty much everything in the Did You Know segment that I could. Where else would I want to go?
Yeah.
And cover? I think Willisted Manor. I live right down the street.
Ooh.
Opposite side of Tecumseh Road.
Okay. Oh.
A little bit south Walkerville.
Still cool.
I think that one. I think probably I'm going out as of this taping. I'm actually going out after this to cover the old train station in Essex.
The old train station.
Yeah, they have an old train station out in Essex. Pretty much every small town around here had a train station at one point.
Wow.
When railroad was like big.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Because I mean, how else are people gonna like travel? Actually, maybe horses.
Maybe horse and buggy. We're going back to horse and buggy, and Zach's gonna wear a bonnet. No.
There we go.
Sorry, but you mentioned a little bit about family. What was it like growing up, Josie?
What was it like growing up, Josie? Tumultuous, if that's a word.
Tumultuous.
Like, is that how you pronounce that word? Maybe. It was chaotic. I am a very free spirit, and I'm very creative, as is my mother, who was my primary parent growing up. And so putting all that together, it can get real hectic real fast, a lot of creative energy. However, I think I love the way I grew up because I was very close to my grandparents. I was fortunate enough to spend a lot of time with them, as well as my extended family, like my cousins and my uncles, which I really like now because, as people get older and they pass on, you want to have more family that you can like rely on and like talk to, who you're close to, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, growing up, it was a time. And I mean, I'm from the GTA, so not from Windsor originally.
Oh.
Yeah, little known secret. But I grew up in what was a smaller town called Brampton, and it's now very, very big. It's very, very expansive. It has just boomed in terms of its growth over the last 20 years or so. But growing up was amazing. It was a little bit different, I think, than growing up here in Windsor because you guys had like a real downtown. Like you have Detroit right across the border. You have more of like a city feel, whereas Brampton is more like, if I had to liken it to a town here, it'd be more like Tecumseh. So just a huge suburb, but with better malls. Our malls, amazing malls. So it was fun. It could get boring at times, but it was fun.
Where are these amazing malls you speak of?
Oh my gosh. So my favorite mall growing up was called Bramley City Center, which was in the city center, essentially downtown.
Yeah.
It wasn't a real downtown. Our downtown was like a street, like just four corners.
4 corners and a mall.
Yeah, but the mall was huge. Like the mall, even now, it puts, I'm sorry, Devonshire, but it puts Devonshire to shame.
Yeah. See, when I was in Toronto, or the past few times I went for the day, I would go to Yorkdale Mall.
Oh, Yorkdale.
Because
yeah,
the Lego store is in Yorkdale.
that makes a lot of sense.
And I can like get off the train without leaving Union Station, get on line 1, and go straight up to Yorkdale Mall on the subway. It was like the most convenient thing. I'm like, I must visit this mall every time.
That's so true. And that is something I actually really liked about Brampton. I'm just gonna rag on Windsor right now. I'm sorry. Like, I love Windsor, don't get me wrong, but it is hard to get
Likely this
around.
won't make it to air.
Like, what?
See how much I whittle down this.
Be like, Windsor is great.
Windsor is great, yes. But our malls, I mean, come on, we could use, like a Lego store here. I'm just used to that.
Yeah, it's lacking a few things. And I used to really enjoy going across the border to shop, but it's just gotten kind of crazy over there. So I'm just gonna leave it alone for a little while.
Yeah, I mean, who didn't like going to Target?
Right? I love Target. I call it Target.
Target.
So it's like a bit more bougie.
Whatever you have to say to get you to walk in there.
Target.
That also the great failed Canadian experiment.
Yeah, I was very upset about that. I was like, you know what? I was so excited for Target when it came to Windsor. Cause I'm like, it was at Devonshire Mall, was it not?
Yeah, in the old Zellers.
Yeah. Oh my God, Zellers. Oh, it's bringing me back. Wow.
A little bit of retail history right here. There's, by the way, travel through time, retail history. There could be a spinoff.
Maybe we'll look at the bay.
I'll be glad to do it. Yes, look at the bay.
I'm like, wow.
We just go inside what was. Is this your wheel?
Oh, yes. I'm like just rolling pieces over to you. Oops. But yeah, I loved Target. But when they brought it over here, it's like they just brought the name, but they didn't really bring like all the good deals and like the coolness that really brought people into Target in the first place. So I get why it failed. I get it. But like maybe they could try again and just keep it more American style, like all their cool discounts.
You know what? Bring back Zellers.
Bring back Zellers.
Justice for Zellers. I would rather see Zellers come back versus probably like Target or maybe like Meijer in the States.
Oh, Meijer. Meijer's a cool one because that's kind of like Walmart, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, they sell like I'd say Aiken to like Walker or what do you call the place? Superstore.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I would
That makes a lot of
I
sense.
would say that. We also they had Kmart.
Walmart.
And just a lot of really cool stores. I know they're bringing like a lot of cool stores more and more to downtown Detroit.
Oh.
So I think they opened up a Meijer in downtown Detroit.
I was not aware. I've always had to like drive out to, I think it's like Royal Oaks or Southfield.
Yeah.
Like you have to go pretty far to find like the grocery stores.
I just remember because my parents, like, we'd always go visit my grandma in the States.
Yeah.
And we'd drive, and we like go, I've been in Meijer like more times than I can count. And it's always, I'm like, when I get to walk in, like nowadays, I'm like, like Lego, where?
Like, where is it? Yeah, they do have really cool stuff over there. Oh, look, my truck is starting to look like a truck.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
I was gonna say, how's it going over there?
It's going. These wheels are gonna be interesting. I've got 4 wheels, and I gotta pop them all together. Okay, all right, cool.
So, what was like the greatest thing you learned as a kid?
The greatest thing I learned as a kid, The greatest thing I learned as a kid was probably, man, there's so many like life lessons, huh?
Yeah. Take your time.
Like how to pick one. Okay, let me think about it for a second. Now I can
I'm just
give
gonna
you,
put Jeopardy music under this.
Maybe it was that I could do anything.
2 hours later.
About that.
I
Content creation.
I love it. I think it's so cool because this job didn't exist like 7, 8, 9 years ago, right? Like when we think about marketing, it was always traditional marketing, so on the radio or billboards and flyers and that kind of stuff. And so I think I was very fortunate to learn about it at the perfect time to then get into it. And I love them seeing more and more people moving towards content creation, because it is such a great way to not only freelance or make money for yourself, but also to offer a very necessary service to businesses and brands. And I mean, at the end of the day, when it comes down to marketing, personally speaking anyways, oh, look at him, he's gonna be holding a little burger. Oh my God, I'm here like still dropping stuff at you. Look, he's got a little, can I make him hold it? I don't know. I'm not sure how to put his hand in here. Oh, maybe there? I don't know. Something like that. Burger.
That's right, Lego burgers.
But I love content creation. I think everyone should get into it, especially if they're younger, because then you can work with people who are older who might have missed that boat, right? And it's such a, I don't want to say it's easy, because at the end of the day, it's only easy because I've done it for so long, but it is something where it's a low barrier to entry. You just need something you can film with, and a mic, and then a good personality, right?
Yeah.
That's all you need to get started.
Like I just use my phone.
Yeah.
A lot. Like that's my primary thing that I do shoot with.
Mm-hmm. Same.
Because I could hardly ever figure out like I can't afford the cameras we have here at the Mediaplex.
They're very
Even
nice.
if they do sell them off at auction.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. If we do have an auction, I just want to be there with the paddle and be like, $500. Wait, no, don't take it seriously.
Just to drive up the price for someone else.
Hey, we got a camera here. How many? Blah, blah, blah. Thank you so much for taking the time to come in.
Well, thank you so much for having me. This was fun, and I got my little burger guy, my burger truck.
That's it for this edition of YQG Builds, and stay tuned to see who I'm building with next on the next episode. Thank you. Bye-bye.